Most people wake up, get ready, and go to work without thinking twice about their safety. Maybe there's stress, maybe long hours, maybe pressure, but at the end of the day, they know they'll come back home. But for some people, going to work means stepping into real danger every single day, knowing that one small mistake could change everything. Imagine climbing hundreds of meters above the ground with nothing but cables and metal beneath your feet, or going deep underground where light barely exists, or running into burning buildings when everyone else is trying to escape. These are not extreme situations for them. This is just another workday. High above cities, construction workers move across narrow beams and unstable structures, sometimes at heights that make your stomach turn just by looking. The wind is stronger up there, every step requires focus, and there is no room for distraction. One wrong movement, one moment of loss of balance, and the consequences can be severe. What makes it even more intense is that, after a while, this becomes normal. The fear doesn't disappear completely, but it changes. It becomes something controlled, something they learn to live with. They trust their equipment, they trust their training, but most importantly, they trust themselves. Because up there, hesitation can be just as dangerous as the height itself. Far below the surface, miners face a completely different kind of danger. Instead of heights, they deal with darkness, pressure, and isolation. Deep underground, the air feels heavier, the space feels tighter, and the environment can change quickly without warning. Tunnels can collapse, gases can leak, and visibility is often limited. The deeper they go, the more disconnected they are from the world above. It's not just physically challenging, it's mentally demanding. Hours can pass without seeing sunlight, without feeling fresh air, without any sense of time. And yet, for many of them, this is routine. They know the risks, they understand the environment, and they continue working in conditions that most people would never accept even for a few minutes. Then there are the people who run toward danger instead of away from it. Rescue workers, firefighters, emergency responders. When something goes wrong, when there is chaos, when there is risk, they are the ones who move forward. Imagine entering a building filled with smoke, where visibility is almost zero, where heat surrounds you, where every second matters. You don't know what's waiting inside. You don't know how the situation will change. But you go anyway, not because it's safe, but because someone might need help. In these moments, training takes over. There's no time to think about fear in the usual way. Decisions have to be made quickly, actions have to be precise, and focus becomes everything. The environment is unpredictable, constantly changing, and yet they move through it with purpose. Every step, every movement, is calculated, even when the situation feels out of control. And when it's over, when the danger passes, they step back into normal life as if nothing happened, even though they've just faced something most people would never experience. What connects all of these jobs is not just the danger, but the mindset required to do them. It's not about being fearless. In fact, fear is always there. The difference is how they deal with it. Instead of avoiding it, they learn to understand it, to manage it, to keep it under control. Fear becomes a signal, not an obstacle. It sharpens their focus, keeps them alert, reminds them that what they are doing matters. And over time, something interesting happens. What once felt extreme becomes routine. The height, the depth, the risk, it all becomes part of daily life. That doesn't mean it's safe. It means they've adapted. The human mind is capable of adjusting to environments that seem impossible at first. What would make most people panic becomes something they can navigate with confidence. But that doesn't mean the danger disappears. It's always there, in the background, waiting for a moment of distraction, a small mistake, or an unexpected change. That's why these jobs require constant attention, constant awareness, constant respect for the environment. You can never fully relax, never completely switch off, because the situation can change at any time. And maybe that's what makes these jobs so fascinating. It's not just the risk, it's the people who choose to face it. People who wake up every day knowing that their work is physically and mentally demanding, that it requires focus, discipline, and resilience. People who understand the risks and still decide to move forward. Because for them, it's not about danger, it's about purpose.